Let it flow.
Don't.
Let it flow. Hey, I started recording, so welcome to Three Guys, Three Questions, everybody. In this lightning round, yes, we test the limits of propriety through the questions you ask us, and later we'll follow up on listener questions and comments from previous episode. Today, I'm joined by special guests Chris Enns and Kyle Roderick. Hi, Chris and Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. Where are you there?
I'm here. Hello.
Ooh, hey.
I don't know who's Kyle.
Where'd he go?
I'm not familiar with his work.
I am Kyle, and you are Chris.
Right.
He's a new kind of hybrid Roderick.
Yes.
So
the less important Roderick. Go ahead.
So, without further ado, let's get to these questions, and we'll talk about what they're doing here later. The first question comes from Mikey Riayak via Twitter, and he asks us to name something in our fridge or pantry that we may be a little embarrassed to tell about. And why is it still there? I'm gonna go first. I was making some like barbecue sandwiches like a year and a half ago, and I had all these extra like leftover red onions from I was making salsa or something, and I was like, I'm gonna make like a pickled red onion. That'll be good to go on this. And I didn't realize like how far those onions were gonna go, and I had like 4 mason jars. Ended up like large mason jars full of pickled red onions, and so there's still like 2 whole mason jars of pickled red onions that are like 1.5-year-old that I'm never gonna eat again because by this point they are different. But I just feel bad. It's like there's this weird shame tied up into them, so I can't throw them away, but I can't use them. It's a problem.
Now, see, aren't you supposed to quick pickle red onions?
No, yeah, they're a quick pickle.
No.
So that's why they're funky.
This is the long pickle, the long troll pickle.
Yeah, I put too much of something in there too, and it's got like a weird. They're not good.
Tiny too much botulism, I believe.
Is that what that is? My body feels like it's itching all over.
No, not bod itchalism. No.
Chris, what about you?
I just want to comment first. I appreciate the was it Web 2.0 or Web 2.5 where you took out all the vowels in your answer. Right. People won't be seeing that, but I appreciate that. Yeah,
when we write our show notes, sometimes if we're worried that we'll forget, I like to write my answer minus all the vowels.
Right.
So this could be a new website, pckld.nns.
Yeah.
Which is pickled onions.
It's like hot new web property.
It's like Uber for onions.
Right. Yeah, they do stink.
I have to defer to Kyle for a moment. I've sent an urgent text to my wife, who's upstairs with our kids, because she is in charge of her fridge generally.
Oh,
and I need to know something more embarrassing than what I can think of right now. So I'll pass, and I'll come back to me in a second, Kyle.
I'll do my best here then to redeem you, Chris. Okay, so I went through as I read this question, and I have a whole carton of eggs. But when you open the carton, there's only 1 egg in it. So that's slightly embarrassing. At least there aren't
all the time.
Okay. All right. I don't feel that bad. Okay. No. But kind of to go with your old onions kick here, the tied for first place with the, I guess, embarrassing aspects of that would be lemon juice. Like taking the leftover lemon juice, because you never need all that lemon juice, and you put it in the freezer and you think, I will totally melt this down and use it later, and you don't, and it stays in your fridge for 2 years.
Or you accidentally think you made a popsicle for yourself.
No!
Bad times.
Oh.
Bad times.
Sour.
That's why labeling is important.
Yeah.
That's why my onions are labeled stinky pickled onions.
What are you going to do with those?
I don't know. See, I feel like there's something that has to be done with them, and I can't figure it out yet. Maybe I should just start putting them on things I give to people so that I can test whether they're honest to me about, because sometimes you make stuff for people and they're like, oh, this is great. And they say that to everything. And so you start to wonder, are they real with me? Are they being real?
could you use the vinegar to like start some sort of culture or like donate it to a lab or something?
I use it to make some sort of kefir.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
Yes.
a Kefir Sutherland or which kefir?
Yes.
Yes.
That has definitely been more than 24 hours, though, Chris.
Nice. Well done. Well done. I don't have a response yet from upstairs, so I'm just going to have to go with it's more embarrassing to me. I don't know if anybody else will feel embarrassed. Christmas season in Canada is highlighted with a lot of eggnog. I don't know if it's the same down south in the warmer climates that you folks are in, but eggnog is a traditional beverage that we drink breakfast, noon, and night.
People drink at here. Yeah.
They do drink that?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
okay. I wasn't sure. You never know. And but I'm disappointed in myself mainly. I'm embarrassed for myself because I let eggnog go bad over this Christmas season, and Christmas isn't even here yet.
Yeah.
And so it's in our fridge, and it's kind of like that thing where like I can't buy more now because there's no point now.
Yeah.
And there's the token the rum to go with the eggnog, and so I just have the rum. And do I put the eggnog with the rum even though the eggnog is past due and roll the dice? Maybe pair it with some pickled onions would go well.
So I have a rule about eggnog, and it's that I don't eat anything that's called nog. That just straight out no nog for me. It's just I don't know. I just don't like the texture of it. It's kind of weird to me. But I know a lot of people who drink it and they love it. So
yeah.
This is going on our collective Skypes, by the way. That's the nog I think about.
That's exactly what I think of.
Yeah. Speaking
all
of
kinds of bars of latinum.
Exactly. Speaking of kefir, though, or kefir, however you'd like to say it.
I don't even know how to say it.
I do have some kefir eggnog in my fridge right now.
Oh my gosh.
If you want to be super Californian or Orange County right now.
Wow.
That is like kale eggnog or something?
It's basically like fermented eggnog.
Small batch eggnog.
Yes.
With probiotics.
Crafted.
Yeah. Bespoke eggnog. All right. Well, I don't want to think about that anymore. So let's go to this next question, which comes from Ultra Nerd via Twitter. He asks, which Winnie the Pooh character do you most identify with?
I'll start.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go with Tigger.
Oh.
Probably because he fluctuates between two extremes of both enjoyment and like utter disbelief and sadness, I think.
Right.
It's either one or the two.
It's like celebration or catastrophe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And nothing is gray in my world. It's black and white. So
plus you also have that habit of just transiting everywhere on a pogo stick.
That's true.
Yeah.
I have a problem with jumping.
He's a jumper.
I've never met Kyle, but I just constantly hear him jumping in the background.
It makes podcasting really difficult.
It does. Yes.
You should see his mic set up. Show me your mic, Kyle.
Mine is Owl. Just because he likes asking. He's just like he thinks he's very smart, and everyone thinks he's smart. Like they kind of like everyone kind of goes to him for questions about things like this. In my real life, I don't know on my internet life. It's not like this, but people always come to me asking for answers and stuff. But I'm like an idiot, and like Owl on Winnie the Pooh's like an idiot. He can't even like spell his name right. He spells it like WOL or something like that. So
he's a little pompous.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel I'm a little bit like that. I think I'm a little bit better than other people. You know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I can admit it. I'm humble enough to admit it.
To admit you're better than other people?
Yeah.
That's good.
Plus, I don't know. It's just like owls are cool.
Well, there is that.
Ooh. Who did you want to be?
Done.
Who? Owl?
Who?
Owl? True story. I knew like an old. We growing up, we lived next door to a farm, and the farmer's name was Owl.
That can't happen.
That's like the perfect name for a farmer.
Farmer Owl?
Farmer Owl.
How does that?
It's awesome. All right, Chris, what about you?
Mine is, well, first I'll continue my tradition, a long-running tradition of commenting on other people's show notes and their spelling as such as Kyle's misspelling of Tigger.
It's Tiger.
Anybody in the Winnie the Pooh fandom.
All right.
Anyways,
got it.
That's neither here nor there, but that goes along with my segueing into my choice of character is Eeyore. Kind of always just like got the sour, the gray. I'm the gray. If Kyle's the extremes, I'm the gray in the middle of dour and sad and kind of a little bit rain cloudy all the time, I think.
Every silver lining has its cloud.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So like I'm always, in general, I'm kind of paranoid that I have 3 kids and there's a good chance one of them is going to be sick or whatever every possible day. And so I just assume that the worst that we're going to be dealing with.
I think pessimism is actually like the smart way to go though, for real, because
it can only go up.
Yeah, you can only be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm kind of in that same boat with you. All right, now that we've depressed everybody, this last question comes from I crap you not and hummus less via SMS text message. Sometimes these people send me texts.
How do you just get random text messages from people? Do they even listen to the show? They just text you and they're like asking you a question?
People can send texts at 760-881-4382 in the United States of America, and they can ask questions that way, and I don't have their number, so I don't know who they are, and I'm like, well, do you want me to tell people who you are? And 9 times out of 10, they come up with some weird way of saying anonymous, which I get a kick out of because I know it annoys other people, but and hummusless via SMS text message. Anne asks, what other podcasts should I be listening to? Well, Anne, if you enjoy puns, I'm going to recommend a podcast to you called Transmission. Yeah. Transmission has a lot of puns, and it's very pun heavy. Wouldn't you say, Kyle?
I don't know. The bunch of jerks over there. That's all. That's all I have to say, Anne. Sorry, I don't recommend it. But it is on the Good Stuff Broadcasting Network, goodstuff.fm /transmission. But I wouldn't know that.
I like the character Kenny. I like whoever plays
the
Kenny.
Character. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the guy who plays Kyle.
No.
Yeah. I really struggle with Kyle on that show. I just don't feel like he's real. Is that the right word? I don't know. Yeah. Honest. Yeah. He just doesn't acknowledge.
He hasn't found
really
his center.
Yeah.
Right.
I hope he finds himself someday because I think there's a lot of potential in that, Kyle. But
too much eggnog. Too much eggnog.
Too much artisanal kale eggnog in that guy, I think.
Yes.
Now that I gave one of your podcasts, that's going to be fun to watch you guys come up with a podcast suggestion.
I know, right? Oh boy.
Oh, I have just a little update from the first question. Late breaking news here.
Yeah.
You got the thing, Kyle? Come on, Kyle.
Nope, don't have it.
Who is that? Is Kenny? That works. Expired probiotics that were supposed to be finished a few years ago that we still have.
Oh no!
So I don't know if that's like probiotics are helpful with your gut or whatever, and so maybe we should use them or we should definitely not use them. I'm not sure. I'll try them with the rum.
More like amateur biotics, am I right? Or like retired biotics? Ugh.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, I think my wife has just taken this opportunity to remind me of a bunch of things that I've forgotten about in our fridge. So I'm just
you're gonna regret this.
Now she's just gonna send you a never-ending list.
This one I'll confess. There's a bottle of ice wine we were given for our 30th birthday. My 30th birthday that we were supposed to drink. That's 9 years ago. So that's me doing my good job. So I'm just gonna turn my phone off now because it's gonna get worse.
Yep.
That's a nice fridge, man. Wow.
A big fridge.
So podcasts.
Yes, back to podcast. Sorry.
Chris, you're on a podcast that's now it's hidden behind a paywall.
Right. Yes. I've gone paid to the man or paid by the man to the man. It's a couple of the man anyway.
I think it's called crowdfunded.
Yes. Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. Dailyish is my podcast, a little audio journal of from my brain, I guess.
It's
and goodstuff.fm/dailyish, not a weather podcast, yeah. And the reason being for the paywall is we're doing some traveling, and I thought, I don't know that I want to share everything with everybody in the world right now. So I'll just share it with people who pay for the privilege of being able to rob my house when I'm gone. So
Right.
if you give me $1 a month,
worth
you
it.
can find out what I'm doing and then rob me blind or whatever. So yeah.
It's a good show. It's nice, little concise episodes every day. I like it.
Yeah, short, quick,
Yeah,
to the points.
good
Well,
stuff.
rambling, as you can tell. So
I don't know what a show if I did a show like that, I don't know what it would be like, but it would not be anywhere near as good as yours. That's
thank you.
For darn tootin'.
I appreciate it a lot. I struggle with whether it is actually worth tooting about, but it's fun to do. It's good like a muscle. What's the word? Practice. As I fumble over my words for a podcaster to do, as I clearly need to do.
I think you're
more
thinking of jazzercise.
That is it.
Kyle, what's your?
Have you seen my photos?
Kyle, what's your suggestion?
I've got 2 for an hummus list. 2 about hummus. Hey, that's my hummus from Mike and Khan, I believe, and Strange Sounds from the Basement from Hummus J Falafel. Those are both on.
That's not real.
What? No, those are totally both real on.
I want a screenshot of your
podcasts.
podcast player right now.
Okay, absolutely. I don't
How many
listen to
episodes
either
have
of
you
those,
listened
but I recommend if you enjoy hummus that those might be possibly interesting to you.
Yeah.
I listen to too many, honestly, and
All
there's
the great
too many good
shows.
ones. All of them are indeed great. Of course, as you do, if you haven't yet, this will never air. When it does air, you should listen to it.
Oh, and hopefully a new episode will be out by the time you're hearing this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or just go back and listen through it. Honestly, it's a good time. If you have nothing else going on,
Yeah.
honestly, you could be spending your time in any other way. But that was still better.
That was a good ad. That was a good ad.
You're welcome.
Hey, well, speaking of ads, let's do some follow-up and feedback. I don't know. That was a terrible transition, but it got me there. The IPPN, we have some bad news to fans of the International Posit Podcasting Network. We are shutting our doors.
What?
Yeah. There was just a lot of infighting going on. There was divisions, people leaving the network, so we're shutting it down. But the good news is that our show, 3 Guys, 3 Questions, the show you're listening to right now, is joining a new network, and that is Good Stuff FM.
Wait. I didn't know about this
Yeah.
baggage, though. I'm a little concerned now that we've agreed. I didn't hear about your previous arrangements and relationships.
It's too late.
Kyle, I
This
don't know if you
contract's
wanna-
already been signed.
Do we get a prenup on this?
Yes.
I don't want to be paying for any kids.
There's no lemon laws in podcasting. You can't return us. We're yours now.
We've done too much work.
Yeah. Hey, but we're really excited. So if you're hearing this, it means that everything worked.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're recording this a little bit ahead of time, and we're going to be doing some RSS wizardry and forwarding our feed. And if you
I
don't
believe
know
what you
what
meant
any
to
of that
say
means,
is praying to the RSS gods that everything
Right.
works.
Right.
right? Yes.
So happy 2017, everyone. Happy New Year.
This is an evergreen podcast.
Yes.
How about that 2016, guys? Hey ho.
I know.
That was quite the year.
We do, just I guess on behalf of Chris and myself, we do want to welcome you and your 3 guys here. We're very, very glad to have you. I believe it's just one guy at this point. I'm not replacing the guy, if that's your question now. I'm not replacing a guy.
Really angry people and some really happy people.
Right.
I don't know who they are. I'm not going to say who they are, but
Let me
And
know.
hummus. And hummus, maybe.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're looking forward to doing some cool stuff. That's all we've got to say about it, really. I don't know. We're here.
Yeah, I think, and that's on the behalf of the good stuff as well. It's just like, it's good to have you guys here and lots of fun. And I think there'll be some, we haven't, probably by the time this airs in 2017, we'll have figured out some other shows that you guys will be on as well. Like not necessarily, just either guesting on or hacking your way into some transmission or whatever.
I've already got ideas. I've got so many ideas, Chris.
Well, we know how confident you are. Okay,
I am the owl.
The owl, exactly.
The
owl.
All right. And the other bit of news going along with this transition is it costs money to make a podcast. Not that much. It's not too bad, but
we don't come cheap.
No, I mean I'm like a schlub that works in IT, and Adam and Andrew are 2 college students, so we're looking for ways to help us kind of pay back what we pay into making this wonderful show. So if you want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/3G3Q. And it's not just a thing like, please give us money. We're begging for your money. Please, please, please. You can make a donation of any monthly amount, as much as you want, from $1 to, I don't even know what the ceiling is, but just whatever you feel comfortable with, and you will get extra things. So the first thing that we're announcing, and I actually haven't even talked to you guys about this, so it's new for you. We're going to make the Buddy Box a Slack. So if you don't know what the Buddy Box is, it's like a social network we keep trying to make and failing. It was on Reddit now, but we're going to move it to Slack because we realized we've really been enjoying using Slack. Good Stuff has a Slack. There's a This Will Never Air group that has a Slack. That it's a really cool messaging platform. Is that what you would call it?
Yeah, it's the way of the future.
It is.
Much. Yeah.
It's messaging for teams. And
teens.
For teens. Yeah, so if you donate just even $1 a month, that's like the cost of like a pack of gum. So for a pack of gum a month, you're going to get access to the Buddy Box. That's where all the cool people are going to be hanging out. We have other rewards for paying more. So for like $5 a month, we'll send you a handwritten haiku, or we'll give you an official questionnaire name. That's what we're calling our fans now, guys. Questionnaires. Okay? Like Rocketeer, it's your questionnaire. And we're going to give you that official name. We'll send that to you in the mail. Some other things we're going to work on is monthly hangouts, maybe some stickers, maybe doing some live shows. What's cool about the Good Stuff FM backbone is it's kind of built. We can do live shows. That's an option in the future. So yeah, look for all kinds of new stuff. So go to patreon.com/3G3Q. You'll get like exclusive content and cool, fun stuff. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This has been awesome.
Thanks.
It was a blast. Looking forward to some good stuff. And thank you guys for listening. Would you like us to cover your quandary or settle a debate? You can send your question to us and we'll provide answers as deep and meaningful as those we just gave. There's several ways for you to send your questions. Tweet your questions with the hashtag Ask3G. Leave a voicemail or text at 760-881-4382 or submit it via Tumblr. Until next time, remember to question everything.